business again tomorrow. The first and most important thing I would look to do is I would look to try and remove myself or not limit myself more to speak from the field. Okay. What I see from a lot of coaches today is the ones that are looking to start a business or in the starting stages of their business, most of them start the same way. They rely on word of mouth. They use social media to put up a few posts here and then. It's all very sporadic. Or what a lot of them do is they coach at local clubs and they use parents from that team that they train to start a private coaching business. Okay. Now, a lot of them use those three ways. So word of mouth, social media, and local club connections, hoping that that's going to fill up their diary throughout the week with clients. Okay. Now, I want to take you away from that mentality and I want to now help you to think outside the box. So if I was starting again tomorrow as a private coach, especially in today's modern age now, right, I wouldn't just rely on the pitch. So I wouldn't just rely on referrals from parents that I'm currently working with. I wouldn't rely solely on training players in a local park and hoping that parents who walk past will stop and ask me exactly what I do or that are interested. And also, I wouldn't just rely on my local club connections if I'm coaching on a team and rely solely on a single group of players and parents. What I would do instead is I would look at my local business community and start to build real partnerships within the community. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what does that have to do with growing a business? Okay. Now, the question is why? Why would I do that? And the answer is because parents that you work with, that you coach their kids, right? They work in some of these local businesses, right? Not only do they work in these businesses, but also they may be owners of local businesses. And within these businesses, right, people have kids, okay? So as part of this experience that you're going to now start to reach out to local businesses to start to build partnerships, right? What I would look to do is knock on doors of local businesses and offer to put something of value to their staff well-being program. So in most companies in today's modern business environment, a lot of managers, business owners, they run staff well-being programs. So these are programs that help essentially their staff to stay healthier, to stay fit, to stay motivated. So what I would do as a private soccer coach, I would look at my local area and start to partner up with businesses that have staff well-being programs and look for opportunities to position myself as someone that can add value to their program. So, for example, you could look at local car dealerships, you can look at estate agents, you can look at law firms, you can look at local gyms, larger offices, and look to create genuine win-win partnerships. So you might be asking yourself, Leah, but what does that mean? What can I offer a law firm, or what can I offer an estate agent? What can I offer a local car dealership that has, I'm a soccer coach. What am I going to offer a car dealership? Okay. So I'm going to share with you 5 things that you can offer them, right? One of them is you could go in and offer weekly small group fitness sessions for their staff as part of their well-being program. Okay. So you go in, you run some fitness sessions Could be half an hour, could be 45 minutes, once a week, twice a week, depending on what they want. Okay. You could also provide a VIP training voucher that they gift an employee or a valued client in their business. So if there are employees within that company, that local business, who have kids, right, you are going to provide them with VIP training for their child, okay? Because they might have kids that play soccer, that play football, right? And you're offering them a voucher to one of your one-on-one or small group sessions, okay? And if you're already coming in and running fitness sessions, they already know how you work. Okay, so this can become a really big win-win. Also, another thing a lot of businesses like to do is they like to run five-a-side tournaments or team building events based around sports, right? Sports events that can help their staff to team build, to get to know each other a lot more, okay, and motivate essentially the team. Okay. Another really good one, okay, another really good one is creating sponsored development camps where that local business supports your camp. Okay, so you could knock on the door of a local estate agency and say to them, right, I'm looking to run a local camp for local players. Would you like to be the sponsor of this camp, right? And depending on how you want to run it, okay, this is a great way of not just that local business getting their brand in front of more parents and players, but also there might be parents within that estate agency who have kids that may send them to that one-off camp that is going to be sponsored by their local business. Okay, so it's a great way. For example, if you're going to partner up with an estate agency and that estate agency has 10 employees, within those 10 employees, 5 of them have kids that play soccer, right? The chances are those 5 will probably attend your camp, and then those 5 may refer another 5 to your camp, which already, as a start off, you've got 10 kids for that camp. And then you can start nurturing it and growing it that way. Okay. Another one is offer exclusive train like a pro experiences for their staff's children. Okay. So as well as offering fitness sessions or providing some sort of value to their well-being program within the local businesses, okay, you can offer them a train like a pro experience for their kids if they play soccer. And if they don't play soccer, you can also do something fitness related to sports, helping kids of other sports as well. So you might be thinking to yourself, right, but Leo, I'm looking to bring in soccer players. I'm looking to bring in footballers. If I'm offering fitness training for other sports, that's going to become conflicting, right? But the truth is, if you add value to kids of other sports, right, that might also help them within their sports, and they might hire you as a personal trainer. Okay, so thinking outside the box and not limiting yourself is a real key to building local business partnerships and also growing your brand within your local community. If there's anything within this video that you feel, do you know what, Leo? I like the sound of that. How can you help me to implement that into my business or into your local area? Visit description below this video. That is going to be the best place you and me can connect, and I can show you exactly how to do that in your business, right? Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest content. I'll see you on the next one.